何も変わらない。少なくとも俺と南は本当の双子らしいし、まあ変わるのは遺伝子的なつながりとか、公表された時の世間の目とか、あとはまあ兄弟同士での結婚とかかな。
All right, my friends, we just got done watching the Shiunji Family Children, and I hate to say it, but I kind of like the show. Obviously, we're just on episode 1, and obviously things are about to get weird. And overall, let me just kind of put my misgivings out there and some of the things that I'm not too sure about. First off, one of the things that is very difficult for me, very difficult for your boy. Also, what's up? I'm Dom. I'm from the Otaku Group. If you've never seen my videos before, hit like, subscribe for weekly anime reviews. But one of the things that's always very difficult for me is keeping track of so many names. I am terrible with names just in real life when it comes to anime. I watch 10 to 12 anime a season. It's hard to keep track of main characters' names as far as side character names. And in this one, I had to pull up a physical effing list. So on this one, you have Arata, which is the main character. Then you have the sisters, which is Banri, Kotono, Minami, Oka, Siha. You have the other brother, Shion. And then you have the dad and the mom, which are not to really be named. But that is just, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 siblings, right? 7 reoccurring siblings that I'm gonna have to remember the name. So that's a very difficult one for me. The other thing that is a misgiving, or kind of like the thing that's kind of maybe rubbed me the wrong way, is prior to the announcement. So in the show, basically at some point, you know, Arata, which is the main character, he was given the official announcement that he's gonna be the heir of the Shiunji family. Apparently, it's a really well-renowned family. And they have, you imagine they have like, you know, a big corporate world. They probably have something in production. Basically, they're a really wealthy family. And this really wealthy family is going to pass that on to Arata. So he's the next heir. That is solidified, whether he is, legitimate or not, you know, whether he came out of, their mother's womb or not, he is the next heir. So that is the legitimate thing. So what ends up happening is on the 15th birthday of the youngest sibling, which her name is Kotono, we find out and they find out that they're actually all adopted. So the whole entire time, Arata and the pink hair girl think that they're fraternal twins. Basically what that means is they both came out at the same time. They look different because they're not, you know, actual, like, you know, twins that look the same, you know, identical twins. They're fraternal twins, just means they came out at the same time. Apparently in the family, there's 2 sets of twins. The other set of twins is Shion and Minami, which is the white-haired dude and then the green-haired girl. And we find out that they're actually legitimate fraternal twins, so they were adopted at the same time. They're actually related. But everybody else, including Arata and Oka, which is the pink hair girl, that they thought they were fraternal twins, aren't, which is weird that they would tell them that. But I guess because they're the same age, they're trying to figure that out. So we find out that all of them are not related, minus the 2, which is the white hair kid and then the green hair girl. So they find all of that information out on the birthday. Now, what was weird to me and the misgiving was Arata had some sexual tension as it was already with some of his siblings, and it kind of extended to all of them a little bit. And the main specific one that it extended to was Kotono, which was the smallest one. And apparently, you know, him and her have just been very close. They've always been very close. You know, there was a scene where he's washing her back. It seems like that's something that happens pretty frequently, which is totally okay, right? Like, they're siblings. It totally makes sense. But there's been some additional tension there because apparently at some point Kotono had kind of revealed her love for Arata, and it extended beyond sibling love. Like, she basically confessed to him that she loved him in that way. Obviously, Ara took it as, you know, very cute and everything else just because that's his little sister. And I'm sure he accepted her love, but, you know, not in that sense, right? And this is something that Shion, at some point in the story, kind of like mentioned. He's like, oh, well, don't worry about other girls. You always have Kotono. And he's like, she's my sister, dude. Like, you know, it's so weird. But now with the adoption thing, you know, that's kind of changed because even Shion was like, "Oh yeah, we're adopted. We could even get married if we want to." It's like, can you? Because I think the person who hit the nail on the head was the oldest one, which was the orange hair girl. And she was like, "We've been siblings for 15 years, whether we're blood related or not. We're legitimate family. We're legitimate siblings." And that's where the show should stop. And it should just be a relative to all of them just kind of living their lives. But instead, it's going to be, you know, that rom-com stuff. And that's where I'm going to kind of go back and forth when it comes to watching the show. Is I just don't know how I feel about the source material. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, I enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a good showing, and I'm gonna do my best to kind of like turn off my brain of the why was there sexual tension before? You know, why was there any love interest at all with these girls who they're your sisters, like they're your legitimate family. Again, whether you're blood related or not, like these are the people that you grew up with. Now the one that I could kind of understand the most in all of this show is Arata and Oka, which is the pink hair girl, because even the pink hair girl was like, "Oh, Arata's always been my second half." Like they thought that they were fraternal twins, so because of that, they're maybe closer than they even should be. They probably share a lot more. Like they share as much as you can imagine twins sharing. Like they probably share the most out of all of them, right? They're most comfortable with each other, everything, and that kind of can throw a little wrench in it because, you know, you're like, oh, well, that can, like, what do you do with that information when you find out that you're not only not related, but you're not twins? Like that's the only one that I could kind of see being a little weird, maybe. But at the same time, it's, you know, your family. So it's kind of one of those things to where, you know, this information shouldn't change anything. So that's going to be the main thing is, can I do the mental gymnastics to get over and just enjoy for whatever it provides, all the moments it provides? Can I just do that? And I don't know. Outside of that, my other kind of like last concern is the story itself. Like, is it just going to be Arata getting in a bunch of predicaments with his sister as he tries to pursue someone else outside of the sisters? Is it just going to be the sisters kind of waking up to the fact that, oh, my big brother Arata, or the one who's always, you know, like, maybe I like him. Now that he's not my brother, you know, what does that open up for me, kind of thing? I don't know. But that's going to be like the other thing is like, what's the story actually going to be outside of just harem shenanigans? And on top of that, it is from the creator of Rent-A-Girlfriend. And if you guys watch that show, you know, I dropped it personally. I used to love Rent-A-Girlfriend quite a bit. But after, like, I think it was season 2 or 3, I was like, okay, this is officially never going to go anywhere, and we're never going to be satisfied at where it does end up going, I'm done with this show. And the MC is like, I'm done with the MC. Hopefully this MC is written a lot better than that one, because that one is like one of the worst in all of anime. So we'll end up seeing how it goes, but I'm a little cautious just because of how Rent-A-Girlfriend has played out over the past seasons. But regardless, I'm going to give it a chance. We'll give it another episode. We'll see how it goes. The episode did end with Kotono not letting Arata leave the bathroom. And two of the things is we know that she has the most feelings for him, and she confessed to him. And then now they're not blood related, so she could heavily pursue him. So that could be one of the things we'll see what ends up happening there. So regardless, I'll be back next week for episode number 2. Let me know all your guys' thoughts in the comments below. I know I was kind of all over the place in this video, but like I was just trying to get, like, as my thoughts came through, I was just trying to get them out, you know, spitfire. But I think I actually liked the show. I don't think it was amazing, but I think it was like a solid 7 out of 10 opening. Like it did what it did what it set out to do. I like the art style. I like Arata as the main character so far. And I definitely like the sisters. They're all very, very drastically different so far. Again, the only big issue is going to be remembering all their effing names. So overall, pretty good initial showing, though, for Shiunji Family Children. Let me know what you guys think if you watched it in the comments below. If you didn't watch it, just watch my video. Hey, love ya. Thank you so much. Let me know if you're going to watch it, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 2.